Hello, welcome to In the Crease, the Father and Son No Thrills YouTube show about the NHL. I'm John.
I'm Andrew.
And we're going to talk about the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. As we tape this on Saturday, there's already one game played, Tampa Bay and Washington, so we'll start there. Now, before the series started, Andrew could back me up, I am picking Tampa.
Yeah, we both picked Tampa.
And he picked Tampa. Despite last night's game where they got spanked.
It was only 4-2, so.
Well, it was 4-0 for most of the game, though, and a lot of opportunities for the Caps.
That's true.
Vasilevsky really held them in. And that's the reason why I'm going with Tampa Bay. Two reasons, really. They roll four lines so effortlessly all the time, and they all know their roles. They all play them so well. That's very tough to defend against, one. And two, I think Vasilevsky, even though he's unproven, and he said he was tired during the season, we don't know how much fact that was. I really like his movement in the crease. He seems to be rising to the occasion. I just think they're just a little bit better than the Caps. And I think in the Caps' mind, they're thinking that their Stanley Cup was beating Pittsburgh and getting this far.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and if you shut down, they're a little banged up too with some of their guys. So, these guys are a little banged up and they getting checked. And I don't want to say they're a two-line team, but they're kind of a closer to a two-line team. And you start shutting those guys down, I think Tampa could do it.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 6 or 7, though.
I say 6.
I think it's going to be a long series, it's going to be a grind-out series.
I think not 6 games.
You think 7?
Yeah,
7? Yeah, because I think they're going to grind it out. I think the reason why the Caps came out flying in Game 1 was they just came off the 6-game series. Tampa Bay had a 4-day rest. They're at home.
That's true.
So that kind of all, you're at home, you got the rest, that kind of laid into it. So I think they're going to watch the game films and come out, and it's going to be a different game too. And I think they'll take that, go 1-1 to Washington, and it's going to be one of those grind-out series. You agree?
Yeah. I still think they're going to win.
Yeah. Well, I really want to say the Caps. I'd like to see Holtby and those guys go on, but that unproven defense still, how long can they go with these guys deep in the playoffs that haven't been through the grind? Tampa Bay has all those ex-Rangers. They block shots, they've been through the grind, they've played big minutes. A couple of those Rangers have been to the Cup Finals before. Stamkos is finally fresh.
Their team's so stacked, too.
I know, so I really say Tampa, but like I said, I think it's going to be a grind, 6 or 7 easily. And that's okay for us fans, because it just means more hockey.
Yeah.
And what's better than more hockey? Even more hockey. Even more hockey.
Yeah, and at the trade deadline, they got all those guys, too.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. So I think Tampa.
So I think that showed that they're really going for it.
Yeah, I think they realized that this year, with Stamkos being healthy and some of the guys having the career seasons they are, to go for it this year. And the Caps, they're kind of like the Sharks of the East, where every year they're stacked. And they're like, okay, this is the year for the Caps. The Caps did this year. They made that trade, or they did this. They drafted that person. This is going to be the Caps year, and it's not. So
it still sucks, so.
Right. So it's hard for me to pick the Caps. So I'm going to go with Tampa.
I won't be surprised if they won, though.
Yeah. No, neither would I. If we're sitting here in a week and a half or so doing our Stanley Cup preview show, and if the Caps make it, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I don't.
No, not at all.
Because they're a really good team. They just don't know how to
win in the playoffs.
Yeah. It.
And sometimes it takes losing,
so, yeah.
and they have a lot of experience of that. So,
yeah, that's very true.
So maybe that'll prove through. And Ovechkin was on fire last night too. So you need your stars to play, at that higher level, and we're seeing that so far. The Caps.
And they only have to win 3 more games, so I mean.
Right, and they're going to have a bunch at home too.
Yeah.
So that sways into their advantage as well. So.
Yeah, and they were away.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. So again, I'll go with Tampa.
I thought they were home. Or were they away?
It was at Tampa.
I was.
Yeah, it was at Tampa.
Home.
Yeah, it was at Tampa last night. So.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then
The West.
the West. You want to start with the West?
Yeah. So it's the Knights and the Jets, and the Jets beat they beat Nashville at home 5-1 to get to the Western Conference.
No, the Jets won on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think they're gonna beat Vegas in 6 games. Because Nashville, I mean, they did win the President's Trophy. They were like
One of the best teams.
Yeah, best teams. So that's why I think they're gonna win. And then Vegas has all the young guys that they have been there, just not that much playing time. But I don't know.
I know.
What do you think?
Well, Winnipeg was my bandwagon team for the West to start the season back in September,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And this guy was laughing at me, and I said, all they need is goaltending. And when they signed Steve Mason to that contract, I said he's not the answer. Because as following Columbus and being a Flyers fan, I knew Mason wasn't the answer. But I thought if they gave the other goalies an equal chance to prove themselves, and if one of them stepped forward, and Hellebuck stepped forward big time, then they would have a shot. And that's exactly what happened. So as much as I'm not 100% behind Paul Maurice as a coach, I think they just have so many good players, so much firepower. The only thing that is kind of in the back of my mind that it's opening the door for Vegas is a couple of the big guys there were off to slow starts. Now that could just be the good defense of Nashville. That could just be Nashville's a good team, like Andrew said, the President's Trophy winner. They were there last year. They're a good team. We got to give Nashville credit. So I'd like to see how that group takes it against Vegas. Now on the Vegas side of the coin, the reason why I'm not confident in Vegas is they've had a relatively easy slide.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said because I mean the Ducks are they play the Ducks first, right?
Yeah, Ducks.
Ducks are a joke team, and then no, they played the Kings. They played the Kings, yeah.
They played the Kings and the Sharks.
Yeah.
So they've got out of but they've accomplished 2 goals. So you want to get out of those rounds as quickly as possible, which they did, and as healthy as possible, and they did. So they have that going for them. They have the youthful enthusiasm of all these guys who've been 3rd and 4th liners are now getting their shot, and they're performing. So they're not just getting their shot, they're performing. And that style they play is excellent. And their coaching has been excellent. And of course Fleury, you can't say enough about Fleury. So you have that hot goalie, and that hot goalie could carry you all the way. And that's been proven in Stanley Cup playoff after playoff after playoff. So
they just need to score.
Yeah, more consistent scoring. Well, they've been getting a little balanced scoring, but not.
Well, they've been playing teams that are not good, so and the Jets are a really good team after this postseason run. So
So I'm really looking forward to this series. It starts tonight, Saturday night. I'm still gonna go to Winnipeg because I was on their bandwagon at the beginning of the year.
Who's home tonight? Is it Vegas or the Jets? I think it's the Jets.
I think it's at Jets. No, it's at
Vegas.
It's at Vegas. So they're going to be going crazy. They're going to have the night out there, swatting planes down, or shooting lasers at planes, or they're going to be going crazy. Pumped crowd as always. So the key for Winnipeg is to come out, weather that storm in the first 5-6 minutes. Try to take the crowd out of it if you can, and try to squeak out a victory on the road. At least one of these 2 games, they'll be in good shape. But
I feel like Vegas will win game 1 because like you said, the crowd and stuff. And I feel like the next game they'll get destroyed and they'll go back to the Jets and they'll probably get destroyed.
I don't think they'll get destroyed though. I think these games are gonna be close.
Well, I'm saying destroyed close.
Right.
I'm not saying complete blowouts or anything like that.
Yeah, we might see a clunker here and there. I mean, it's a long grind. I mean, 16 victories in this short amount of time is a long grind. So if we do see a blowout on either side, Western Conference, Eastern Conference, I wouldn't be surprised because it is such a grind mentally and physically at this point. But yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Vegas taking game 1, but they've had a layoff now too. They've had a long layoff.
Yeah.
So you have the long layoff. Do you come out rusty like Tampa Bay? Does the long layoff hurt you? You go back and forth.
I think they. I don't think they're rusty. I think they'll score 2 or 3 goals in that first game. But I don't know. It depends.
I know it's really tight because if you go goalie for goalie.
They're both amazing.
Right, Fleury is definitely on top, but Hellebuck's close second. Yeah, he's right there. So I mean, you're going to get good goaltending. I just want to see the balanced scoring that Winnipeg has come out. And again, were they just shut down because Nashville is so good, or they shut down just because they're not performing in the playoffs or whatnot? So that's one thing I want to see, and I want to see how you always point out Vegas's cross ice. Passing, cross ice plays, and see. I want to see how Winnipeg combats that. Can they shut that down? Because big buff on defense.
Usually, it's mainly on the rush, when it's 2-on-1 or 2-on-2,
or shorthanded and things.
I don't know if they do it in the zone. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, actually, obviously they do it in the zone, but it's cross. Cross.
Yeah.
It's not blue line pass over
like
that. I think just cross ice they do it.
So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to stick with my preseason pick because I have to stick with. So
Jets.
I'm going Jets.
How many games?
7.
I say 6.
6? Yeah. So we both have the same picks. I say Tampa and 7. You say Tampa and 6.
No, I say, yeah.
You say Tampa 6. I say Vegas. I say Winnipeg and 7. You say Winnipeg and 6.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. I think this is going to be a great series. A lot of the games are on NBC, so it'll be easy to find because I know I have trouble finding them when I'm searching around for these crazy games. We'll be back.
I'm going to mention the new collection.
We like to switch things up, so we add some pucks. We had the Gary Cheevers classic mask. I found the old Whalers hat there that we had from going. So we like to change up the stuff. We'd like to change up the jerseys, of course. I guess we're picking Winnipeg. We got a huge
Yeah, I know,
a
right?
huge Knights jersey here, but it is a sweet looking jersey. But yeah, so we'll be back. Hopefully, we'll do a Stanley Cup preview show. We'll try to go more in depth. You think?
Yeah.
Maybe for the Cup final, we'll do that. Again, we have some other shows in the works. We're trying to work with a ref show, possibly a hockey soccer show.
That'll be fun.
The book show's coming up.
Probably do
definitely.
this after the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, we'll do stuff so the summer. We'll release stuff over the summer
so it's,
to
you know.
keep us interested in hockey. We got the draft. We could talk about
yeah,
the
the
draft
draft.
that's coming up. That's June 22nd. Yes, 22nd, and I believe it's in Dallas this year.
And if there's any more news about the 32 expansion team, we could talk about that too.
We don't want to talk about Seattle.
Well, I'm saying there might be some news. You never know.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, please, if you like the show, please subscribe. If you have any comments, we'd love to have some comments. We'll get back to all your questions, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy the games.
Peace.